Hello and welcome, my Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your timeless shadow read. I am your reader, Mark Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. They are my initials. I am a professional witch, a professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients from a Professional Witch. The second one is called Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. There is a Kindle version available of Words of Grace, and if you click the link in the description box, you can preview a chunk of it for free, including the table of contents, which is mostly organized in chakra chapters. There are chakras in this reading. You might find it helpful. The original version, though, of Words of Grace, as well as the only place to find spell ingredients from a professional witch, is over in my digital store on patreon.com/drawing the circle, my membership subscription platform that you can follow for free now, which is really, really cool. Got a lot of cool stuff going on in that digital store. Audio content, video content. I've been uploading like crazy stuff from the past so I can start moving into making new stuff. All of them have audio and video previews. It's just really, really cool. All of my subscribers, because some of my subscribers get those audios and videos and books as part of their membership subscription level benefits, whatever you want to call it, but all of them get a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream like every morning, pretty much, give or take, chatting about the day's astrological weather, the magical applications, the spiritual implications, always ending with a prayer, a blessing, a spiritual practice, something to send us on our way. Wisest way for me to start the day, considering what I do for a living, right? 7 days a week. And they also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. They're all relationship based and they're all timeless. My extended readings. They also get a significant discount when it comes to booking me for private sessions and spiritual counseling. We'll talk about that at the end of the video if you want more info. And honestly, between the store and the free followers, you can follow us for free, as well as you can do a 7-day free trial as a seeker, $3, or human, $5 a month subscription. You know, if you want the discount, just stay the month and you get the discount. Just book me in that month and we'll be good. Otherwise, it's the coolest thing I've ever done. I love it. Gives my creative freedom a place to run free. So click the link and check it out. We have a lovely menu, and come Patreon on Patreon. Because I am the Archangel of Lions, Mark Angelo Lyons. You can just call me Mal. Hey, my Saggies. Hope you are all well. Time for a shadow read. We're going to do some explanation before we get into the divination, because things have changed a little bit with these readings, as well as to welcome any new Sagittarians and cross-watchers who might be watching. So, these used to be called the 8-card draw shadow reads. They were timed reads. I did them for a full moon to a new moon, the waning part of it, the releasing, the letting go, the spiritual alchemy, the shadow work, call it what you like. Now, they are no longer necessarily automatically 8 cards. This time around, Saggies, you're getting 7 cards, 1 card from 7 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints really about anything. But we are looking at the shadow work, which is really an important and vital aspect of our healing, not just ourselves, but this world, right? The alchemy from shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, toxic to healthy. We'll talk about it. So, like I said, we're going to be doing this with chakras. So we're going to be using the Caroline Myss archetype cards to represent the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra, hovering over your head, that sends down the codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel electromagnetically without us even having any idea. Why am I attracting that? Why am I repelling? Well, that's why. Because there's a lesson to be learned, a healing to be done. So Caroline Myss, MYSS, PhD, Anatomy of the Spirit, taught me the 8 chakra systems, and her work, the sacred contracts, just changed. Such a big game changer for me. So we're going to get those next 4 chakras down using one Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Daughters of the Moon Tarot, a feminist goddess deck for the feminine energy. The internal, yinternal, but it's not about gender and Y chromosomes and all of that. We're going to look at the masculine energy then, the yang dynamic, from looking at yourself from the outside, you from the inside looking out, can be both. Relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself. The mythic tarot will get root, sacrum, and solar plexus there, completing the chakric set of 8. But then we're going to use a Whisper of Lord Ganesh by Angela Hartfield, because he is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. And there are 3 atoms in between lead and gold on the periodic table that we can see as archetypal obstacles, and that oracle is amazing. Just going to say from personal use, not just with my clients. And with each deck, I get to switch them up, right? Sometimes, so far, these 4 and the last one are in every reading in this series, but then I get to pick 1 or 2, or they pick which ones want to jump in. So you guys are getting a magical spell card by Lucy Cavendish to help you refine your intention, your spell work, your law of attraction, whoosy what's this. I use this in the 5-card draw, which used to be the beautiful, newtiful reads. Now they're just called the Timeless Spell Kit reads, for the element of fire, what you burn for, what you yearn for, what your heart desires, if you're familiar with those. So that makes sense, fire sign. And staying with the theme, the Archangel Fire Oracle. Everyone has access to archangels, but who are you going to call? Some of you said Ghostbusters, just you don't have to comment, but do if you did. And we will end with, this is ending pretty much every single one, the Matt Kahn healing mantra, because shadow work is a vital and very, very important aspect of the healing work, right? To embrace the shadow, to do, I just call it spiritual alchemy, from lead to gold, shadow to light, lead to gold, pain to peace, shifting from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and shifting from illusions to truth, because there's always a higher truth, right? No matter, if that's the hill you're willing to die on, so to speak, there's always a higher truth. Like, there's only one of us incarnate, and those kind of truths don't need us to believe them to be the truth. So I think that's enough explanation. Let's get into the divination. The shift from one to the other happens in the still point. So both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do anything I can to help anyone, including the cross watchers, to do the spiritual alchemy, to shift to a more golden rather than leaded timeline, bit by bit by bit, for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways, in a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, that's the gig, right? Because as one of us heals, all of us heals, because there's only one of us here. Ooh, let's do this. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Pantheons of the Divine, what's going on in the 8th chakra of the Sagittarians and the Cross Watchers, indicating the alchemy from lead to gold in this timeless shadow read, the healer. One of the healing family archetypes. What a shock. There are 9 different families. Written on the card is the shadow and the light. This is lead, this is gold. 3 symbolic atoms in between that cannot be created or destroyed, only transformed, forgiven, alchemized, choose your language, let go, surrendered. So we have all known, and most likely at some point been, lead healers, shadow healers, taking advantage of those who need help, maybe, maybe not, but failing to care for oneself, right? Hello, there we go, right? So every healer has to deal with that at some point. It's part of the journey, right? The light, or the gold, passion. It's a very powerful Sagittarian word there. Passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to help transform pain into healing. And fire is the element of transformation, right? You can change, water vapor into ice or turn it right back. That's a state change. You can't unburn a cookie, right? There's no going back with that one, right? So the ability to transform pain into healing. That's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, right? Any kind of pain like that. Yeah, like I am a spiritual counselor. Yes, divination is a mystical art form, but my ultimate healing art is spiritual counseling. It's been that way my whole life. So, that being said, let's get the next 4 chakras down with the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Goddesses over. Place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all, with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. Beloved goddesses, what's going on? Heart, third eye crown, to help the Sagittarians and Crosswatchers alchemize the healer in the 8th chakra in this timeless shadow read. Celebration in this deck, Daughters of the Moon Tarot, is the Judgment card. I know it looks very much like coming full circle, like the World card in traditional Rider-Waite Tarot, because, you know, there is a circle there, but actually that's the next card, Shakti, the life dancer, the universe. Now, this is something is revealed, right? Something, a final judgment can be made because all the pieces of the puzzle are on the table. Now, it was hidden in plain sight all the time, because that's just usually how it is, right? So these are women circle dancing around a central point. It looks like they're in the mountains in the woods, but if you look closer, they're dancing on the belly of the Great Mother, right? The navel in the middle, breasts in the foreground, etc. So, when it is a major arcana card in a chakra read where there's only one card for each zone or level of power, we're looking at all 4 of them working together. Something is being revealed to you, and if you want to take the Judgment card with it, so that you can make the wisest, most empowering, loving, healthy decision that you can make, or final judgment on a situation involving you as a healer. Now, I will say you can have an archetype, a reason, season, or a lifetime, or you could be dealing with somebody who has the healer archetype, reason, season, or lifetime. Regardless, whether you're the cross-watcher or not, an opportunity here to kind of have a revelation, right? It's not, revelation is a big word. It's one of the books of the Bible and pretty much the most dramatic, right? Good omens, right? It's a tricky revelation, right? Because oftentimes we have to go through disillusionment to get there. Because the opposite of disillusionment is illusionment. So, you know, if you want the facts, or at least, you know, spiritually bringing this into congruence, heart, third eye crown, which is holistic healing, pretty much on the internal at least, you're in a really, really good place. This is a good way to see things perhaps radically differently, or from a higher perspective. Let's see what this looks like outside in or inside out. Can be both, mirroring and all of that. The yang dynamic relationships in the physical world, including your relationship to yourself in the physical world. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. God's override. Place for everything and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, what's going on? Lower 3 chakras, outside in, inside out, relationships in the physical world. For the Sagittarius collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatchers, to alchemize the healer in the 8th, celebration, judgment on the inner. In this timeless shadow read, Justice, another major arcana card. It's only 2 decks, folks, so, you know, that's a lot. Now, again, lower 3 chakras in alignment, but you gotta be just. You have to be balanced. Now, the Justice card usually indicates that there is an injustice being done, particularly if something had been hidden, right? Didn't have all the facts, or maybe some things were deliberately a little sneaky, shady there. This is Athena. You do not want to mess with Athena when it comes to justice and truth and stuff like that. Just saying. The wise owl on her shoulder, the Ace of Swords in her hand, perhaps delivering some information, or maybe you're the one delivering that information. So, you know, a sword of truth, kind of Archangel Michael-y there. But to keep in mind, there is no healing without truth. There's no healing without truth. Sorry. Oh, I wish it was different, right? We can delude ourselves into all sorts of, really in a way, superstitious. Oh, this happened because of this and this. What do we know? There's always a higher truth, right? There is a plan and play bigger and way more better than we can, more better than anything we can imagine or conceive. So the goddess of wisdom, but also the goddess of war, but in strategy. She didn't get her hands dirty, even though she's depicted with a sword here. Her usual weapon of choice. Fat boy Slim, I'll have that in my head all day, is a spear, right? Projectile, long distance, right? So, you know, whether this is you dealing with a situation of justice, know that the healer part of this is really, really, really key, particularly in terms of being just and fair to yourself. Life is not fair. Life is too divinely organized for it to be fair from the human point of view, but from the soul's point of view, when we see things and something is revealed to us, then we can see, okay, this is the way to move forward, this is the way to heal this person, place, thing, situation, because really heal one of it a little bit, it all shifts. That's quantum timelines, blah, blah, blah. So, let's get you a little spell, shall we? I love this deck. The book, I would make these book reads, but there's so much information I wouldn't even know where to begin. But since we use it for the element of fire, and the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, let's see if they can get you a little intentional, magical, law of attraction, spell work, who's-y, what's this? Please take a nice deep breath. It's a perfect thing to call it, I guess. Let's just have fun. Still point. It is the card of celebration on the inner, after all. Oh, ancestral override. The place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space. For the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism, please, one card in clarity for the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their crosswatcher. A little clue, a little tip, a little hint for the element of fire. What they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire, to help them alchemize the healer in the 8th, celebration on the inner, justice on the outer. This timeless shadow read. Success! Look, I got another glimpse of this. So let's say you were working on something in the physical world, a bit more long-term perhaps, right? And you were kind of putting it together, you were healing the thing, even if it's a physical manifestation in the world. Well, it does make sense that a celebration would come as of the scales of justice being balanced through truth and honesty and integrity and, you know, all that superhero kind of stuff. I mean, Athena is a goddess of the heroes. I mean, she's always intervening in their lives, but for her strategy, you know? So the spell for success here, success that's true belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. Come on. Come on, come on! Oh my goodness gracious. So look, a healing success, a success in healing, right? Healing your success in the world. I mean, there's so many different ways to interpret a general read, but that celebration on the inside is taking a little bit more of a heart chakra vibe as a result of that card being put on the table. It changed the circuit a little bit. I like this. It's good. Wow. Let's talk to the archangels. Everyone has access to archangelic consciousness because your higher self is a guardian angel. That's what people call it. That's what people say. That's life. So the higher selves, the guardian angels, gang up and become archangels, and the archangels gang up and become the virtues, the thrones, the powers, the dominions. I call it reverse mitosis. It's really just one thing, but the process of remembering is done in stages, apparently. So who are you going to call? Ghostbusters? Can't help myself. I'm so sorry. I'm not. Let's just ask them who's waiting in the wings, so to speak. Please take a nice deep breath. I love this deck too. Still point. So does Melchior, apparently. One more time. Still point. Archangelic override. A place for everything and everything in its place. But all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of archangels, which one of you is waiting in the wings with your wings ready to zoom in and help with your loving, wise, empowered oracle message to help the Sagittarians and their cross-watchers alchemize the healer in the 8th, celebration on the inner, justice on the outer with success, with honor and integrity in this shadow read. Ooh, Raduriel, here depicted as Oscar Wilde. So cute. So genius. Yeah, and a little bitchy. Let's call it what it is. Queen. God, he went through it though, man. You know he reincarnated again. Who lives in the West Village somewhere. Card number 13, Raduriel, creativity. I'm just going to read a little bit because there's a lot. Shown here resembling the famous English writer Oscar Wilde, gentle Raduriel is the archangel associated with poetry and the arts known as the angelic muse. How Xanadu of him. He is a wonderful being who can help you with any creative project you're working on. Like, I got that feeling in here that there might be something that you were sort of working on, right? But there might have been some legal schmeagle shady stuff going on, or contracts, or, you know, whatever, a little glitchy. So it feels like that this is another way of like how you bring your creativity in the world, how you heal in the world, anything like that. It's kind of all connected. Here we go. The angelic muse. He is a wonderful being who can help you with any creative project you're working on, providing you with inspiration and wisdom. He will stir up your passions, right? There's the word that we were looking for there. The passions, and help you remember the things that get your inner fires of inspiration constantly burning. Your message: you are a creator. Don't allow doubts to hold you back. You are gifted. And inspiration, and you can do it. Oh, you are gifted in inspiration. I don't know why they put the comma there. You are gifted in inspiration, and you can do it. All you have to do is start. Begin your creation today. Okay, so that makes sense in terms of your creativity, because creativity and healing really do. Think of it this way. When you have an inspiration and you bring it down into physical form, that's creativity. But when you take something, I guess, in from the outside world, from the root chakra, and raise it a vibration, whatever, that's healing. So the more you heal, the more your energetic field, your energy field, chakras and all of that work as a more effective and balanced and just, perhaps, creative energy field. Let's remove some obstacles. The whispers of Lord Ganesh, as I said, remover of obstacles, but also a god of success and prosperity, and I love him. Please take a nice deep breath. He's so gentle, but man, can he rip a tree out with his trunk. Nice trunk. Still point. Ganesh override. Warm sense of humor too. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesh, what is your wise, loving, empowered oracle message to help the Sagittarian collective and their cross-watchers? Alchemize, healer in the 8th, celebration on the inner, justice on the outer, spell for success, and Raduriel's help with creativity as the sunlight breaks through the clouds. For this timeless shadow read, joy, happy, joy, happy. Got joy and celebration and a little Ren and Stimpy thrown in there for free. Well, it is a YouTube read. Card number 47. These are really good. Joy. Joy is the state of the heart and soul, and that ain't new. Eckhart Tolle is in the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. It's just all over. Joy happens when the heart and the soul unite. with the alignment that you have, two major arcana, I'm just saying. This union is to achieve expansion for a greater good related to your divine path. Joy can create in you a sense of contentment, acceptance, and serenity, even when your life is in flux. You feel a deep knowing that whatever might happen will be for the highest good of all involved. When you have this knowledge in you, it brings spiritual determination even through difficult circumstances such as those you may currently be undergoing. You will ultimately find your happiness. Through this card, Ganesh acknowledges your stress and exhaustion as you work to adapt to the new patterns of behavior and release your old stories. You may not be happy right now, but you can experience joy in knowing that striving through a difficult situation is important. You are urged to realize that you came into this lifetime to undergo certain experience and to learn very specific life lessons. Be honest with yourself. Allow yourself your feelings and emotions. Remember that if your heart is feeling wounded, is healing taking place. There we go. You are likely grappling with deep feelings and sentiments that may have been repressed in you for a lifetime. So a huge opportunity for healing and success, right? That's true, belongs to me. Success with honor and integrity. That means you got to honor what you're feeling in the moment and love it as it leaves your energy field. That's alchemy. It's alchemy. Those extra 3 little atoms just take off, right? And you're left with gold instead of lead, peace instead of pain, etc., etc., etc. All right, so to enjoy this process, tricky, granted, but you're a Sag. You guys, you're a lot of fun. Had a lot of Sagittarian lovers in this life. A lot of fun. Okay, last card down. Enough about me. Let's talk about you. Let's get you one of these Matt Kahn healing mantra cards to help you put it all together, because, they work if you work them. And shadow work is a very, very deep, powerful, and essential part of our healing if we are to be authentic. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, look at that sunlight coming in. Just for you, Saggies. It's all for you, Damien. Please take a deep breath. I doubt he's watching my channel. Good omens. Still point. Ascended Master override. A place for everything and everything in its place, but all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all. And with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, what is the perfect healing mantra to help the Sagittarius Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross-watchers watching this video drawn to this reading to alchemize the healer in the 8th with celebration, the judgment card on the inner, justice on the outer, a success spell with honor and integrity, removing obstacles with joy, and bringing it into creativity with the help of Archangel Raduriel in this timeless shadow reading, anchoring the light. The light is always within me. Fire sign. The light is always within everybody. Except some people. Sorry. I've really overdosed on All About Eve in this lifetime. It's just written in there. Eve, my understudy. Of course I knew. Anchoring the light. It's just a rite of passage, folks. Anchoring the light. The light is always within me. When you anchor the light, you are accepting the infinite life force of the universe as your guardian, navigator, and companion, right? You think you can get away with that without honor and integrity? It's by anchoring the light that it doesn't become easier, it becomes simpler. Simple need not imply easy. Location, location, location. As you anchor the light, you're no longer a person trying to find the deeper meaning of connection. Instead, you know yourself to be a living expression of connection simply by appearing in human form. Right? Like, that's what we are. We are the light. We are the thunder. We're the ones with the words followed under. I'm sorry, I'm having very much a 90s, 80s, 90s Pat Benatar flashback. This mantra is ideal for overcoming fear, reducing cravings, and making important life decisions, which is probably really on the nose for that. So anchoring the light, right? E equals MC squared. We're light anyway. But it's a process anchoring the light. You're always anchoring the light. You are the light, you know, all of that. Location, location, location. But when your joy is there, right? It's not about what's going on the outside. It's about experiencing perhaps the unbearable lightness of being. But nonetheless, with creativity to bring that into form. This is a really, really good read and very, very healing. Not just for you and not just for the cross-watcher, but for all the Sagittarians everywhere. So, we're going to put this together in a blessimation. A combination of a blessing and a summation, and then we'll talk about cool stuff if you want to hang out for it. One last time. I promise. Please take a nice deep breath. That sunlight just coming in right as we get that card. Still point. And may we end as we began. Pantheonic override. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine, for the Sagittarius collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and their cross-watchers who are watching this video and drawn to this reading, may they be blessed with all that they need to alchemize the healer archetype, embracing their passion to serve others by repairing the body, mind, and spirit with an ability to help transform pain into healing with the revelations that come to them with the alignment of the heart, third eye, and crown. Perhaps opening the heart and blessing the mind and allowing true inspiration and vision to come in so that they can make a final judgment in the fair, just, balanced ways. Really feeling not just the heart, third eye, crown intuition, but the lower three chakras intuition. Does this feel fair? Does this feel just? Root, sacrum, and solar plexus with the help of Athena. They're removing obstacles with joy, enjoying themselves, the natural state of the soul, the natural state of our being that never gets extinguished, but like clouds in front of the sun can be obscured, but never doused. As they call forth in their own intentional work success that's true and belongs to me, them. Success with honor and integrity, with the help and creativity of Archangel Raduriel, the muse of the archangels, as they anchor the light that they truly are, that they all are, but with joy and success, for the light is always within them. So may they be blessed with all that they need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to prosper in the happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest ways, to become their happiest, healthiest, wealthiest, wisest selves. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world in the golden timeline of their lifetimes, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. So would it be. And so it is. Unless it be. It's really good. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up. Help other Sagittarians and cross-watchers find the reading. Want more of me here on YouTube? Because I'm not stopping. Subscribe, hit notification bell so you'll know when I'm putting stuff out. And you can even comment if you like. I do like a good comment section. But if you want the deeper dive, you know it's open on patreon.com/drawingthecircle. Just go look at the digital store. I'm so thrilled. Like, my whole back catalog is on there now. It was Vimeo on demand. I'm switching it to Patreon. My books, their audio stuff, and now I can start making more new stuff to catch up, because some of that stuff's from 2016, but it is still valid. I've been watching it and just cracking myself up how far I've come with all this stuff. So, you know, all of my subscribers get the daily check-ins, the extended readings, and the extensive discount. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial as a seeker, as a human, and I just love it. Go check it out. I love my Patreon. I have a passion for it. I could say that, with so much more cool stuff to come. And like I said, if you would like to book me for a private session with or without the Patreon advantage or discount, whatever you want to call it, there is a link in the description box to a YouTube video called Booking Private Sessions with Mal that will explain everything for you, how to book me, what I charge, what my boundaries are, and how I have never turned anybody away because of lack of funds. Where there's a witch, there's a way. I'm a witch, so there's a way. We can work it out. We can work it out. Because life is very short, and there's no time for fussing and fighting, my friend. So I suggest leave it on the dance floor so you don't have to reincarnate over and over and over again. That's my plan, at least. Yeah. And it's fun to do it with Sages, as you know. So yeah. In person at the Magic Moon. I'm doing readings in Magic Moon in Saratoga Springs. Call them. They will book it. That's all done through them. But I am taking clients on Zoom all over the place, right? All over the world. It feels like I have an office downstairs that's getting ready to take private clients here at the house, but let's meet at the Magic Moon unless you know me. And, we'll work that out too. But I love it. And like I said, spiritual counseling is my ultimate healing art, right? It's like my S-level superhero healing art. But divination is certainly my mystical art, and I love it so much. It does mean divination, the action of the divine, right? Divine action, or at least interaction. So, click the link, check it out, and book me if you want. Otherwise, what a really, really cool read. I mean, there's a lot of fire element in here, but with joy and success and anchoring the light, creativity, which is usually considered a fire element anyway, and with two major arcana cards, the Judgment card and the Justice card, you gotta admit it kind of works. So just, be willing to do the healing little by little by little. You do you, and I'm sure you have access to all sorts of info because you're Sages, but if you need some help, you know where to find me. So, wishing you all the very, very best, and the very, very blessed with this shadow work. Have at it. Remember, you're helping to heal the world. So hang in there. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed be.